Angle of repose. It is the angle made by an inclined plane with the horizontal when a body kept on it is about to slide down. So this indicates about to slide down is nothing but the body has reached to the limiting friction. That is the friction is reached to an limiting friction. That is the inclined component or the sliding component has or the sliding force has almost reached to the limiting frictional value. If there is any slight increase in the sliding force, the body will start to slide. So I will explain this with an example so it will be more clear what is this angle of repose. So let us take a body inclined. Let us take an inclined surface. Okay, this is an inclined surface. Let us take, this is making an angle 45 degree with the horizontal, over which a body is placed like this, and the body is still at rest. It is not sliding down. So what we know is the self weight of the body will pass through its CG and it will always act vertically downward. The weight of the body will act vertically downward because of the gravitational force. So see here, this is making an angle 45 degree. So this force, right? If I take an angle, if I measure, this is the horizontal and this is how it is sliding, right? It is making an angle. If this is angle 45 degrees, this will be 45 degrees. Okay, if this angle is 45 degrees, this angle, since this is an, these two are parallel lines and this is making an angle, this is 45 degrees, so it will become 45 degrees. So once I resolve these two components, this will be, let us take this weight as a 100 kilonewton. So this will be 100 cos 45 and another vertical component. Okay, here I will draw two components, right? This is vertically downward and one more will be acting vertically. This force, this inclined force, okay, this 100 cos 45 itself is a sliding force, and one more component developed is 100 sin 45. So if we calculate the load, the loads will be 70.71 and here it will also become 70.71 kilonewton are the forces acting, that is horizontal component and vertical component. This horizontal component or inclined, this inclined force itself is a sliding force. Because of this component only this body starts to slide. The weight will be exactly acting downward. This is the direction of action of the force. So let us take the frictional force that is developed between the body and the surface is having a value of 76.6 kilonewton. Okay, so due to the inclination 40 degree 45 degree, the force developed is 70.71. The frictional force that can, maximum friction force that can develop is 76.6. So in this direction the sliding force is 70.71 and the maximum frictional force, the maximum frictional force that can develop is 76.6 kilonewton. So this frictional force is on higher side, so body will not slide at this angle 45 degree. So this is not the angle of repose. What I will do next, once again I will increase this angle by some amount. Okay, here I will take one more example. What I will do, I will increase, instead of a 40 degree I will make this angle as a 50 degrees. Let us take the same body is placed on this inclined surface and the weight will be acting exactly in the downward direction passing through the CG. The weight is equal to again 100 kilonewton. The same body, only we are increasing this angle, inclined angle. So due to the increase in inclination angle, so what happens, this is horizontal, right? So this angle is 90 degree. So if I draw the line parallel to this, it will pass like this, and with the horizontal it is making an angle 50 degrees. So what is this? Out of 90, 50 is gone, means left out is 30 degrees. Sorry, 40 degrees is the left out value. So again resolve the components. So resolved component will be, one will be inclined, since this is 40 degrees. So what happens? This will be 100 cos 40, and another vertical to this component. If I resolve this down, load into two vertical component, this will be 100 sine 40 degrees. So in this manner we have to resolve the two forces. So what is the value here? For 100 cos 45, the value is 76.6, and the value of sine will be 64.27. So see here, observe one thing, at 45 degrees both the forces were same, but due to increase in 5, just by a 5 degree, this is 45, here it has become 50 degree, the sliding component force is increasing and other force is decreasing. See here, it has become 64.27 from 70.71. This has become from 70.71, this force has become 76.6 kilonewton. Now see here, the maximum frictional force that can develop is 76.6, and the maximum sliding force now it has reached to 76.6. Yet the body will not slide because both the forces are cancelling each other, both having the same value. So body again will be at rest. But what happens even if I increase it by one angle, instead of 50, if I make it 51 degrees? So see here what happens if I make it 51 degrees. This is the force acting. So this angle will become, instead of 40, this will become 39 degrees. Okay. So inclined component, this is 100 cos 39, and one more component will be 100 sine 39 degrees. So this 100 cos 39 is nothing but the value is 77.771. So now this sliding force is exceeding, this sliding force is excluding the maximum frictional force that can develop. Maximum frictional force that can develop is 76.6, but the sliding force has become now 77.71. So see here, even just by after, this is the limiting friction. See, up to this angle 50 degree, I can call this as a limiting friction, and this angle, whatever the angle 50 degrees is, that this itself is angle of repose. If I increase even by 1 degrees also, what is happening? The sliding component is over dominating this frictional component that can develop maximum friction between two surfaces. So body will start to slide if I even increase by 1 degrees also. So this 50 degree, see, this frictional force and sliding force both are becoming same here. This is the maximum angle. At this angle, this itself is called a angle of repose. Up to this angle the body will not slide, it is at the verge of sliding. See here, the angle of repose, it is the angle made by an inclined plane with the horizontal when a body is kept on it about to slide down. See here, it is not sliding, it is about to slide. Even if I increase it by a little angle, the body will start to slide down. So this angle 50 degree itself is called as an angle of repose. Okay. So maybe now you are clear what is this limiting friction also. So see here, limiting friction, this itself is the limiting friction. Even by some amount, if I increase this force, the body will start to move. This condition, when the body reaches to the limiting friction state, the angle developed itself will be the angle of repose. In another word, you can define like this. So this is the angle of repose. I will define one more time. It is the angle made by an inclined plane with the horizontal when a body is kept on it is about to slide down. So kindly remember this. In the next class, we will go for definition of angle of friction and coefficient of friction. If these two concepts are clear, you can tackle with any kind of problems that are related to friction. Apart from that, you need some basics of geometry so that you can easily plot these angle developed between the forces, so that you can easily resolve the forces to calculate the friction, limiting friction, whatever asked in the numericals. Okay, thank you.